it's Anne. Welcome to my channel. I'm filming in my girl cave. That's what my husband Tony's calling it the girl cave. I was going to call it woman cave, but I think girl cave sounds a little better than a woman cave. Woman cave's a little bit hard to say actually. So anyway, I've been mucking around with the image transfers again, and I wanted to show you some. So this is on images that have been put on the greaseproof paper, which is like a deli paper. It seems very similar to me, the two different things, but the same sort of thing, I think. So anyway, I've done these ones. I've done a heap more, but I haven't rubbed the paper off some yet. So this one here, I love how this just turned out. I've already sealed it. I've rubbed it and sealed it. I sealed it with, when I do the transfer, I'm using Mod Podge. I use the matte. I don't really like the shiny look. I like more matte look. So I love this. This has turned out so cute. And you can see behind it, as you can see. You can see through it. So when you stick it down on a page, you will see what's underneath it. So that's one. These two, I have rubbed them off. I just haven't sealed them. And I was just going to say, after I finish rubbing it off, I just get a cloth and just give them a wipe, just because usually they end up kind of fluffy like after you rub the paper off. And this just sort of helps to take that last bit of fluff off. But I love how these have turned out. This one here will be really, of course the lighter the print, the more see-through it will be. Like this one, it won't be so see-through because it's quite a dark, but I do love it. And I'm just going to seal them. I'm just going to seal these two with the Mod Podge. I've been using Mod Podge and matte medium, but I'll just use Mod Podge on this one. I think I used, I did use matte medium on that one. So we'll just see if there's any difference. I think the only difference is the Mod Podge makes things a little stiffer, whereas the matte medium keeps things a little bit softer. Let me just pop that over there. I'm just going to grab a nice dollop here. If you did water down the Mod Podge a little bit, it might actually not be so stiff. And just to seal it. So I just sealed those. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you is, because I've been doing the transfers onto fabric, so this is a piece of fabric, and yesterday I was playing with my jelly flake, so I did a bit of jelly printing on there, and then I just got my brush and added a bit of gold and did some stamping in that. And then this was a black and white print that I'd printed out and put on there. I just wanted to see how it came out. I think it's come out really nice. I like it. I think if she was actually coloured instead of being completely see-through, I think it would be better, because then you'll get more definition. Depending on what you want. My fingers from the rubbing. So anyway, I love how that's turned out. And like I said, I think what I might actually do is I might actually get in there and paint in her skin and maybe her dress a little bit, just to highlight her. Otherwise I love that. It's going to be a lovely piece. Actually, before I move on to the fabric, I was going to show, this is one that I've been layering. So I started off with, this is back to the jelly print. So this is the deli paper. Sorry, not jelly print, deli paper. And I did a piece of a piece of my jelly prints I put on there first, and then I've put these ones on. I actually noticed now when I rubbed it off just earlier, I actually put it on upside down. You see the writing, but it doesn't matter. I'm just playing anyway. So anyway, I was just going to show you. I'm just going to do this one on here, and I thought I'd just show you that process. So I'm just going to do a coat of matte medium over the whole thing, just because that will seal the whole thing in. And while it's wet, I will stick the other piece on. When you rub the paper off, just be a little bit careful, just firm pressure, but not too. If you rub too much, especially on the edges, you'll end up taking off the print. But I don't mind, I like the distressed look of the whole thing. Okay, I'm just going to stick a little bit more on here, on this piece. You just want a nice even coat on there. And I'm going to stick that one right here. And I use a roller just to put it on there. Get it nice and so it gets good contact. Okay, I'm just going to put that onto side to let dry. We'll come back to that one after it's dry. Okay, so now, anyway, back to the fabric ones. So I showed you that one. This is another one. This is fabric now. Just a piece of, it was an old, what do you call it, an old Duna cover that I had torn up a long time ago. So anyway, this is I did a bit of a jelly print on there. I don't know if you can see. You can just see this here. That's from the. It was a very light jelly print. As you can see here, this is the jelly print. It was just more of a ghost. I just did a very translucent print on there. So anyway, I've layered a piece. This is from my kit that's going to be coming out soon. It's going to be Indian Summer, so that's a piece from that. And then I did a staircase. I'll just show you. I've got some. So that's this one here, printed, that I've put on here. And the other thing to remember too, if you're going to do transfers, is if you got especially if you got writing, you want to mirror or flip it horizontally, so that when you turn it and put it on there, the writing's going to be the right way. So just remember that when you're printing out. And that was that lady from that fabric one. As you can see, she was very she's just black and white. So I think if she had more colour instead of being white, it'd probably be better. On her face anyway, and on her skin, I think she would stand out more. So I thought I would show you, this is, oh, excuse me, I've just got a coffee here, so I've just cut her out, and I'm going to put her, I think I'm going to pop her there, and then I've just got some numbers, and just have to make sure that you put that on the right way, and I thought I would just put that there. So, now hang on, I can't remember, I don't think I've sealed it. No, it doesn't feel like it. I'm just going to, just to get off any little bits. From that, it just takes away that little, you get a bit of a pillage or whatever you want to call it. So okay, let me put a coat of, now for this actually I want to use my matte medium for the cloth. You can use Mod Podge, nothing wrong with Mod, it works just perfectly well. Like I said, it'll just be, the fabric will be more stiff. So I will cover it in some, did I do that one? I don't think I've done that one either. Or have I? I can't tell. Oh, I've been doing so many different things, I can't remember now if I must have done, surely. Yeah, I must have done. I must have coated that. Alright, so let me put some Mod Podge, not Mod Podge, sorry, matte medium. Just to seal this one in. And what the sealer also does, with either the matte medium or the Mod Podge, or whatever medium you're using, you can use any medium really. If you've got any little bit of white paper still stuck on it, it does seem to take that away and keeps it, makes it nice, more clear and more a more sort of deep. Now I'm going to pop some matte medium on this. Okay, I'm going to pop her about there. Oh, hang on, just got a bit of a crinkle in her. I might actually put a bit more on. Doesn't feel like she's sticking on very well. Because it's fabric, it does soak it up, so you want to be quite generous with your medium with fabric. Probably a little bit more generous than you would be with paper. Okay, I think she's not stuck in, and I'm just going to, oops, oh my god, got way too much there. Got way too much. And I'm just going to pop that one there. And I'm just going to rub that down. Just getting rid of the excess medium. Alright, so I need that to dry. I'm just going to pop that over there. And I'm just going to get this away because I've got that medium everywhere. Alright, so the next one I'm going to do is, this is a piece of fabric, and I have stuck 2 pieces of, I haven't tried doing like a whole page. I was a bit worried that it was going to get bubbles and that in it, so okay. So what I do to get the paper off, I get the brush and I put water on it. Soak the paper. Very generous with the water. Just be a little less generous when you're doing it on paper. Let's get the paper wet. Now, as you can see, I've sort of got the papers hanging over the side. And then I just get my finger and start removing the paper. Let's add a little bit more water. So you just want to use firm pressure, and you don't want to be going on the one spot, you'll end up rubbing everything off. Just sort of firm pressure, and just, it starts rolling the paper, see? And just roll it off. And on the edge you can see there's, when I go towards like an edge, I put a little bit more pressure on because I'm trying to get that paper off. Because the paper is right on there, over the, I mean, I could leave a bit of paper there, couldn't I? I know that would, oh no, I can't, of course. It's not going to be right. You can see the paper's starting to break away. Okay, I'm just going to stick a little bit more water on here. Yes, a sort of firm pressure, but not too too hard. And don't be like I said, just rubbing one spot furiously. And expect to have imperfections. You know, things are going to happen. Places, stuff will just come off. Maybe it didn't glue down properly. There's that edge coming off. Okay, that's that side. I won't do the other side. I'll just show you this side. Because you don't want to sit here and watch me rubbing paper for hours. But I just wanted to give you a bit of a, I'm just going to put a bit more water on. Oops. And like I said, you will get quite colourful hands. And I have noticed that it does take a little while for that to come off. It's quite wet now, so I have to be careful. Or I'll start rubbing off the print. I think that's pretty good actually. Oh, you see, I just rubbed it off there. You have to be careful. I think I'm just going to leave it now because it's quite wet. And what I'll do is I'll do the other side exactly the same way, and then I'll come back. Alright, I think I've got this one pretty good now. As you can see, it's got a little bit of a bit of a white from the bit of paper that's still sort of on there. But you want to be careful, you don't want to rub too much because you will end up rubbing it off. I'm just sort of just trying to get that last little bit of paper off without rubbing the design off. It doesn't really matter when you put the medium on. It does deepen all the colours and that again. Alright, so I think I will put a coat of matte medium on there. Oh, I forgot to, oh hang on, I'll just just give it a little bit of a wipe. Just get those last little bits off. And then I'll just give it a good coat. This is also my Indian summer kit that's going to be coming out. Probably will be in my shop by the time this video goes up. So I've been working, I'm just getting all the pieces and things ready for when I start making this journal. Very excited about this journal. I think it's going to turn out really gorgeous. So I've got a lot of, want to have fabrics and beads and everything into this one. So, alright, so that just needs to go and dry. And I'm just going to go and put it aside and I'll be back. Alright, well the other one's drying. I'll just, oh hang on, just let me clean this off a bit. So back to this one. This is the greaseproof paper. So I'm just gonna, pretty dry. Just gonna put some water on there. And same thing, just start peeling it off. So I don't really want to have a really harsh edge here, so I'm just going to rub this back quite substantially to actually get rid of most of it. So I want more of this edge, I want more of a soft blending of the two images. So I'm going to rub it right back along there. Just put a little bit more water on here. On the edges I like to just stress it quite substantially. Oh, my fingers are sticking. Oh, this is the Mod Podge one. As you can see, it is a little bit more shiny. It's it's turned out good though. I think with the paper, Mod Podge is just fine to use. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Let me just clean this off. Bits of rub paper everywhere. And let me just get my cloth. Just get rid of that. I love that. I love how that's turned out. I will take some pictures, and at the end of the video you'll get to see some better close-ups. Alright, I'm just going to put some more Mod Podge on here. Yeah, Mod Podge. And I think I'm just going to and I'm just going to put that to dry. But yeah, I love that. I love how it's turned out. I like layering it. think that's cool, and then I can use it in my collage somewhere. I'll probably use this piece. I'll probably do another arty junk journal page, and I'm going to use this. I'll probably use these ones actually, all of them. Maybe, we'll see. Like I said, I've got a big pile that I've made that is over there on my drying rack, drying away. No, I love it. Actually, let me turn on that side, I can see better. You're not getting there. Let me just zoom in a little bit for you. I think it's turned out really nice. I like it. Even though I made a boo-boo and did that piece upside down. Doesn't matter. Ah, I love it. Alright, I'm going to put that aside to... Oh, let me zoom you back out again. Put that over there to dry. And let's go back to this one. The one that I've just... It's dry now. No, that's not it. That was the other one, was it? No. Oh, this is another one, sorry. This is one that I've done earlier. And it's dry. So I'm just going to give it a coat of matte medium. Could actually do a little transfer on there, couldn't I? Let me see, what have I got? I'll see if there's anything here on these pages that I would want to put on there. Maybe not. Maybe not. Because I want to use this in for my Indian summer. Might actually do some sew something on there, I think, maybe. I don't think any of this is really gonna fit in there. No, I'm not going to. Yes, I'm just going to seal it now with a bit of matte medium. Don't need a lot. Just seal that in, and it just makes gives the image a much more contrast and deepens the colours. I will have to try, I will have to experiment and try using some watered down Mod Podge and see. I think the watered down Mod Podge will probably work just fine as well. It'll probably be less stiff. Yeah, I really like that. I really like how these are turning out on the fabric. But this piece I'll probably, you know, make that the thing, and then the other side I can just collage on. Oh, I love that. Okay, so I'll let that dry. So I'll show you now one that I had done earlier. And this one's coated and dried and everything. I think it does turn out beautiful. I just love it. I love this image too. This is the Indian summer. Isn't that cute? Turned out beautiful. Alright, so now, let me see, is this dry enough now? I think it might be alright. Not quite. I might just go and dry it with the hairdryer, and I will be back, and then I'll take it off and we'll see how it's turned out. Alright, so I've just dried it and it's dry now. So I'm just going to put a little bit of water on. See how this turns out. Have no idea how it's going to turn out. It's always a little bit of a surprise. I usually let these dry like overnight. I'll do them and then play with them the next day. But just for the video now, I just want it to, like I said, I don't mind distressing it a bit, so it's just rub these edges off. I don't really want them there. Add a little bit more water. Oh, I think it's going to turn out quite good. Just rubbing away on that edge, get that edge away. Kind of looks like a ghostly on there. Let me just get rid of this bit of paper. I'm just going to rub on that edge here. Just get rid of that hard edge. Get my cloth and just give her a little wipe down. Just get rid of some of that fine. I think it's turned out quite good. Alright, let me see this one here. And I love the imperfections in it. I like it to be messy and grungy and distressed looking. Oops, pen came off. Rubbed it, see, I rubbed a bit too hard there. But that's alright, I don't mind that. Quite like it actually. Happy accidents. You can always be happy with some accidents. Just want a paper. Oh, I'm happy with that. Well, let me just give the whole thing a little bit of a rub. Actually quite really like this. Let me turn this over so it's not so distracting. I think that's turned out good. Okay, let me put a coat. The good thing about like this one here, let me feel that's nearly dry. I can still put more on there. You just keep putting more on, put medium on, put more on. You can just keep layering. Just have to remember though, when you're layering, if you're putting on, here, you probably just want something black and white on here now, because getting too much colour. But if it's got a face, I think you want, like this lady here, see how she's coloured in, you probably want that, because like this one here, otherwise she ends up, I think, a little bit too transparent, for this one anyway. Makes it a little bit too busy underneath, I think, to make her stand out a bit more. But like I said, I might actually just paint her face, and I'll see. We'll see what happens later on. Yes, I can still layer more things on here. It's not like that's it. Alright, so I'm going to pop some, actually I'm going to try this one here. Remember which ones I do it to. Let me just grab my dish here, and I might just pop a little bit of water. Like so. And let me grab some Mod Podge. Like so. Okay, let me try and seal that now. I think with it being watered down, I think it won't be so stiff. Oh, wrong one. And afterwards what I'll do is I'll iron it, so iron it flat. What I'll do is I'll just pop it on and then pop an old tea towel over the top and give it not a huge iron, of course, just I think that's turned out good. Alright, that just has to dry now. I like that. I like how that's turned out. Alright, I think that's it. Like I said, I'll take some pictures and I'll put at the end, I'll put some pictures up so you can sort of see more close up all these pieces. But yeah, I think this is dry now. These two are dry. Like I said, maybe I might put something else there, maybe. I'm not sure. I could do like maybe like a bit of a number or something. I'll see. I'll have a think about it. I'm quite happy with it just the way it is as well. Actually, you know what would go well if I maybe sewed a little pocket on there, and then that could be, actually I think that would turn out good. I might sew like a little piece on there and then there can be like a pocket. Oh, I'm really happy with these. Turned out lovely. Okay, well I hope you get some inspiration and have a go in making some image transfers yourself. And here's that. This must be the one with Mod Podge, I think. Yeah, it's a bit more shiny, but that's turned out really good too. I love that. Very nice. Very happy with these. Hello, I'm just going to have a go with the tissue paper now. Alright, I've got the tissue paper now. I'm going to have a go with that. I've just cut a few pieces up here. And I've got a few images that I've already printed out that I'll have a play with. And I'm just going to use Mod Podge, I think. I think that works well, so I don't think I'll worry about the matte medium. And I'm actually going to do it on the shiny side, I think. Can't remember what I did last time. I'm going to have a go at see if I can layer. I don't know if I can or not. Not sure if it'll work. I'm just wondering if I should do... Oh, just trying to see. I just had these here already from the last session. Just trying to see if I've got anything that's actually going to layer with this. Maybe I need some different papers. And what I might do is I might just grab that bit and I'm going to use that to begin with. Okay, so a nice, not too thick because the tissue paper is very thin. So I think just a thin coat will be, just make sure it's nice and even and spread all over, but not too much because of how thin the tissue paper, and the more wet the tissue paper gets, the more fragile it becomes. So I'm just going to do a nice thin even layer. Just going to move off that wet spot. And what I did the first time I tried it, I actually put a coat on this side as well and go around the edge of the image. That just makes the paper a little bit more, getting a bit carried away with the amount of okay. Let's just try very gently lift that off. And I'm just going to pop it over to somewhere to dry. Yeah, I'll see if I can layer on that one. Okay, let me just pop this over here to dry on my drying rack. And I'll do a few more now. But that's basically just what I was doing before. I might try and layer a few on this one. Let me just put some on here. Contact. And I think what I might do is I might just put a few on this one piece. So these are all just inkjet prints from, I've got an Epson ink tank. Nice sort of even layer. Whoops. Oh, I've got that one all crinkly. I don't think I'm going to, no, I'm not going to get it off. Let me just see if I can roll it out a bit. Didn't get that one on very well. Okay, let me pop some more on this side. And just go over the edges. Just to make that stronger. Oh, just be careful. I'm getting a bit over generous with the matte medium because the tissue paper is very fragile, so you don't want to put too much on, and not too much rubbing either. Alright, that's another one done. I'll just pop that over there. I'll do a few more. Now let me try some, there were some nice colourful ones. I'll do one with some numbers. I'll do those ones on here, I think. What else have I got? Yeah, so this is basically just what I did. I just put them all on, and then I'll flip it over and put more not matte medium, more Mod Podge on the other side. And what else have I got? Ah, there. And when you're printing, don't forget to flip your, or mirror it, whatever you want to call it, your image, especially if it's got writing. Otherwise, I'll keep doing that all the time, forgetting to flip it before I print. And let me just wipe this off a little bit so I don't get stuck. Alright, I'll pop some more on. And I think when you're putting it on, make sure you got plenty on the brush, because then it glides. If your brush is too dry, it'll dig into the paper and start tearing it. So you want enough on there, but not too much. You can feel it when you got plenty enough on there. It glides nice and easily, and go around all the edges just to get the paper. That will strengthen the paper when it comes down to. Oh, it's already tearing there. That'll strengthen the paper to. Oh, look, it's already tearing. Okay, stop messing with that. All right, I'm going to let these dry, and I'll come back and we'll. Put that one over there, and then I put the oh, I made a mess here. Oh dear, I'm just going to leave that there. I end up putting my cloth down on it. I'm just going to stick that down. Yeah, so don't be a numbie like me and Whoops. Alright, I'm just going to put them to dry. Okay, I'll be back when they're dry and we'll take the paper off. I might have to actually, let me see. I might have to try and put a little bit more on here. Maybe I should layer another piece on. I might lay another piece on, just on this one, because I have messed it up and torn all the paper already. So I'm just going to lay out another piece on. Well, we'll see what happens with another piece layered on. Just trying to get all the air out now. See what happens. Gotten a little bit wrinkly, but doesn't matter. Look, I haven't got enough glue on there, I can see that. You can see the bubble underneath. And there too, it's a bit of a, oops, tore it. Alright, I'm going to stop messing with it because I'm just getting more holes in it now. Alright, I'll be back. Oh, goodness me, I'm really messing up tonight. Now I'm getting it onto the other one that's, oh my goodness, don't do what I've just done. Okay, I'm just going to tear that off because it's all getting, oh God. Alright, it's all turned into a big schmozzle here. I'm just going to tear that off and then just glue that back down. Alright, I've made a bit of a mess of everything here, but oh well. Okay, I'm going to leave it here because I'm going to go and put them somewhere to dry so I don't mess it up anymore. Actually, I wonder if I need to, hang on, let me just go and put these to dry. This one. Really made a mess of everything I have. Okay, I'm just going to do one more because I really did mess those ones up. Actually, I'm going to try something else I just thought. No, that's not going to work. Okay, let me just do, I'll do this one. Yeah, so I suggest when you do it, to just do one at a time and put them away somewhere to dry. I'm just going to put a bit more on here. Oh, sticking to my fingers. I'm just going to flip that over and put like so. Put a little bit more on. Okay, so now I've got one that's doubled over that I haven't messed up. And I think I've got, I might do one more. Maybe I can layer something onto this one. Get rid of that glue. Get a good coat on here without it being too thick. Things getting sticky, so I just tore a bit of the tissue paper. Alright, I'm just going to go over it with the matte medium. Not matte medium. I keep calling it matte medium now. I mean the Mod Podge. If I have said anything about matte medium, I'm not using matte medium, I'm using Mod Podge. Okay, try and go around the outside a little bit. And I might just pop a little bit, because I did make a bit of a hole there. I'm just going to pop a little bit there. Alright, I will leave it there. I'll let all these dry and then I'll come back. Alright, these ones are quite dry, I think. Normally I'd leave them like overnight to dry, just to make sure they're dried properly. So let me try. Okay, you don't want to use too much water because of the tissue paper. Just wetting down the paper with my wet brush. Just a bit more, I think. I think I'm just going to start rubbing in the middle. I think if I rub on the edges, you want to be careful when you go to the edge. Just trying to roll this paper off. Have to be quite gentle with the tissue paper. Yeah, I think in all honesty, I would just use the deli paper or the greaseproof paper, whatever you got. That's that sort of paper, because it is a bit more robust. But it does work on the tissue paper. It's just, yeah, you can see I'm getting a hole there in the middle. It is very delicate. Okay, let me just get rid of some of this paper. Yeah, you don't want to over rub. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on there. Just trying to get that white off. I'm not going to go too much on the edges because that's where it will I mean, I don't mind the holes and all that because that's gives it that distressed look, and I do really like that. Alright, I don't think I'm going to rub any more. Maybe just a little bit here. Because when you put I'm going to coat it now. I'm just going to get rid of this paper in it so I don't get it all into the okay, I'm going to put another coat on. And I'm going to go around the edge as well. Alright, I might stick something else on there as well now. I'll pop that on for a, like I said, I was going to try and do the layered. We'll see how that works. I have got that hole there, so I'm just trying to be... Alright, I'm not going to mess around with it anymore because it's starting to fall apart. So I'm just going to hang that up to dry. Alright, let me have a look at this one. I'm just going to start in the middle. Yes, and just be careful with the water, with the tissue paper. It is so delicate when it gets wet. I'm quite impressed with how well the prints come out with the inkjet printer printed papers. So I just print on normal copy paper. I haven't tried printing on anything else. What? Try not to do that. Surprised it didn't tear. I might just get my cloth. Still got a fair bit of paper still on here. Just try and get a little bit more off here. You can see because it's so white. Alright, I'm just going to stick some Mod Podge on here, and we'll see. Because the Mod Podge will take away some of the haze. Alright, I will rub the other ones off and then I'll come back and show you some of the results at the end, once they've dried. Alrighty, so I've completed them all. So these are the rest of the ones that I had done a few days ago, that I just finished taking the paper off and sealing them and whatnot. So this is the greaseproof paper, deli paper, baking paper, whatever you call it. I really like how they turn out on this paper, on the deli light paper. I think they turn out really good. So they've been sealed with Mod Podge. This one had a little bit of a rough start, but the colours come out really good. So these are all inkjet prints from the printer. This is scanned, so I've scanned some of my jelly prints and then printed them out, and then have transferred them. I think they've turned out really good too. I like them. So this is one that I have layered. So I've got a few different images that I've laid over the top of them. I love this one, it's turned out really nice. This was, I just used some paint up that, you know, when I was painting, and then I just used it as a bit of a clean up page, and then I just put some, I quite like how they turned out too. It's got some gold paint on there. I think they turned out really cute too. So, goes on quite well on top of paint, the prints. This one, that's a jelly print that I've, well, it's not, you know, it's a copy of a jelly print. And then I did layer another one on there. That's turned out quite good. A little bit, it's not quite as clear, but it's not bad. This one's the same thing, it's not quite so clear. So, yeah, you really have to be mindful of what sort of images you're putting on top of other images. So they turn out, I really like these, the deli light papers. They turn out really good. So now, this is the tissue paper. So the tissue paper ones are not bad, but they are a little bit sort of more fuzzy like, and they feel more fuzzy like too. You could actually do either side as well. So that's the side that that you glued on top onto. So that's the back of it. That one's not so clear on that side. They're not bad, but I think I will probably just stick to doing it on deli paper. They're not bad though, by any means, but I think they're just a little more fiddly because it's this one here must have got a bit of paper stuck on there as well. So. But I do turn out good. I do like them. This one here, I think this is the one where, yeah, I did. I doubled the tissue paper. So I've got 2 layers on there. I think that's actually turned out better with the 2 layers. But I don't know, it could even be the print. But that one's turned out really good. And this one's turned out good too. This one's turned out really nice. I did coat this one with, was this the one I did matte medium? I'm not sure, I can't remember now. I think they're all just Mod Podge, I'm not sure. This one's turned out really nice too. No, this one is the matte medium, but you don't really see any difference from the, it's just as shiny, isn't it? That's turned out really nice. I'm probably going to use this one in my journal, I think. It's turned out really good. And this is one that I doubled as well. I think they do turn out better on when you double the tissue paper. Because this one's really good too but then that one's really good and that one's only on 1 layer, so I don't know. Might just be depending on the image, I think, and how well you are at getting the paper off. But this one turned out really good. I love this one. And this one is a layered one, and I'm not so impressed with that. Like I said, could be, I'm not sure what, I guess for really coloured things, maybe just more black and white kind of images. I don't know. Not a huge fan of this one, but anyway, that's my experiment with and showing you my process of making these transfers. I really like how they've turned out. Most of them are really good, some are okay, but anyway, I hope you have a go. I hope you have some fun and do some experimenting. I have to have a think about some other sort of papers to try doing the prints on. So anyway, have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye for now. And if you've enjoyed this video, if you would like to give me a like, that would be wonderful. Don't forget to subscribe.